A group of young white men dances and moves to the beats of a song with no lyrics. They're holding cans of paint, John Travolta-like sashaying down many streets. The numbers are swelling, growing. You begin to enjoy, admire the spectacle, and prepare yourself for Steven Spielberg. More dancing, more music, very few words are spoken, it's choreography, New York City. Until they hit a wall with the flag of Puerto Rico painted on it and proceed to vandalize it. मैंने कर लिया romanticize? अब देखो सच अमेरिकन हिस्ट्री का. Spielberg telling stories of sharks. It has to work. Jaws jokes aside, welcome to New York City of the late 1950s. Unemployed and impoverished gang members of a group called the Jets are fighting for a territory they claim is theirs. On the other side are members of Sharks, Puerto Ricans living on the American West Coast as legal citizens. The problem is, both these sides are losing against the city with rapidly increasing gentrification. Top angle, wide establishing drone shots of buildings in various stages of demolition, broken bathtubs, bricks, furniture, all lying in heaps of dust, set up that problem at hand is larger than these people realize. Amidst all of this, in an attempt to have some sort of control over their lives when relocation is imminent, the Jets and Sharks keep fighting each other for control over the neighborhood, which truly doesn't belong to anybody anymore. Discernible but foolhardy reasons. Things come to a solid head when a young white boy Tony, a prominent Jet, falls for a Puerto Rican, Maria, Sharks ke leader Bernardo ki sister. Inspired by Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story really is a tale as old as time. If you've not seen the original or the Broadway play, to josh to sabne dekhi hai. Now, why take the same old story and recreate it? Because Steven Spielberg can, what are you going to do about it? Instead of reimagining it set in contemporary times to show how much things have changed and how much they remain the same, Steven Spielberg goes full course correction, recreating what already exists through a 2021 lens. Maybe 10 years later he'll make it again. Who's going to stop him? Don't get me wrong, I am not entirely complaining. The movie is still delightful. The song, dance, colors, acrobatics, old-timey sets, it's all very whimsy and feels like an early morning cuddle. Also, it's nice to see Americans acknowledge that their racist past is not something that happened centuries ago, but very much rampant in recent modern history also. Go back to where you came from was heard much more prominently when immigrants actually had rights and began to do just as well, if not better than European settlers की progeny. आज भी सब यही बोलते हैं. Spielberg introduced me to America through Jurassic Park, the first Hollywood production I ever saw. And what an entry into the world. Sci-fi, movie magic, young kids being able to do exactly as they pleased. Wow, ऐसा भी होता है. Now it almost feels like he's drawing some lines. Yes, America is still great, he says. Look at our musicals, look at our art. But look also how we treat people who look different than us. Look also how far we'll go to establish supremacy where we don't deserve it. Spanish dialogue in his film gets no subtitle because English is not a superior language. The Hispanic audience should be served better this time around. Characters in the movie keep saying, speak English, we have to practice, while the movie itself is telling its primarily American audience to speak Spanish. Pretty boss move, not gonna lie. Spielberg's New York is falling apart around these people. A country is reshaping itself and a love story is germinating in this dust. The love story, though, is by far the least interesting thing happening here. Ansel Elgort's babyface is just strangely devoid of emotion, except general baby-facedness. Rachel Ziegler as Maria is lovely and talented, but unfortunately for her, she shares a lot of scenes with Ariana DeBose, who plays her brother Bernardo's girlfriend, Anita. And this whole entire film is an Anita show, hands down. Her running around singing the classic America, that song with stars in her eyes, as Bernardo counts down various ways the American system is rigged to keep them oppressed, is the highlight of the film, that song. And not just the twirling of the skirts and energetic tapping of high-heeled shoes on the roads. There's also a harrowing sexual assault scene which Ariana DeBose carries off with an incredible amount of strength and control. The other shining moment is the G Officer Krupke song sequence. Some members of the Jets have been locked up and they're singing about the various ways they've been fucked up their whole lives. Drunk parents, economic struggles, not enough attention paid to them at schools. Just some excellently gratifying dark humor. Credits to Stephen Sondheim, Leonard Bernstein. This movie is a cinema-themed amusement park ride, designed to excite and entertain with the thrill of speed and pace, and suddenly dropping you from a height. It's all wrapped up sweetly in a simplistic story which doesn't particularly matter. and the minute you're out of the ride, you might want to go right back in. थिएटर्स में इस हफ्ते वेस्ट साइड स्टोरी. इफ यूर अ फैन ऑफ लार्ज म्यूजिकल्स तो मिस मत करना, घर पे वो फील आएगी नहीं स्क्रीन पे. नाउ फॉर रिलेशन में recommendation. Speaking of musicals, Encanto is still in theaters. Lin-Manuel Miranda ke lyrics, also Hispanic protagonist, about family. It's done so delightfully right. This weekend, go watch with full bacha party. Grandparents also sub. Also fun, the lead character Mirabel Madrigal is voiced by Stephanie Beatriz, who you might know as Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And my God, she sings so well. It's all very lovely. Dekho jaake. But be safe. Mask, vaccine, all good, yeah? And subscribe कर लीजिए चैनल को.